Hey, so you've got a proxy. You think you're good to go, right? Wrong. This is where most people mess up, and it's why their accounts get banned within weeks, even though they're using proxies. Let me be direct. Most proxy setups are completely wrong. Not partially wrong. Completely. And I'm going to show you exactly why, and then walk you through the correct way to do it. Here's the thing, everyone gets backwards. When you hear proxy, you think safety, you think invisibility, you buy a mobile proxy, point your traffic through it, boom, you're protected. That's the biggest misconception in this space, and it costs people thousands of dollars and weeks of lost progress. A proxy doesn't make you invisible. It only changes one thing, your network location. That's it. Your IP address changes, sure. But platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Google, they're not running one check, they're running dozens of them. Let me break down the 3 layers that every modern platform uses to evaluate whether you're who you claim to be. Layer 1, network signals. This is where your IP matters. Your IP's reputation, its ASN, whether it's coming from a data center or a real carrier network. This is table stakes. Most proxies fail here right away because they're either too new, too burned out, or they're data center IPs that scream, I'm a bot. Layer 2, browser fingerprint. This is your browser signature. Screen resolution, time zone, language, fonts, plugins, canvas fingerprinting data. Platforms see this and compare it against the network layer. If you're coming from Thailand with a Thai IP, but your time zone says New York and your language says English, that mismatch is a red flag. Layer 3, behavioral signals. How fast do you act? How do humans with your profile normally interact? Are you logging into 5 accounts from the same IP in 30 minutes? Are you liking 1,000 photos an hour? Are you posting at 3 a.m. from a country where 3 a.m. isn't a normal time? These patterns matter more than people realize. Now here's where most setups fall apart. People will buy a proxy and think one proxy works with multiple accounts. It doesn't. Or they'll use multiple proxies with one profile. Also wrong. This brings me to the 1.1 principle, and this is non-negotiable if you want accounts to survive. One account, one browser profile, one sticky IP. Let me say that again because it matters. One account, one profile, one sticky IP. When I say one account, I mean one account per identity, not one proxy per 10 accounts. One account, one browser profile, and when I say profile, I mean the actual anti-detect profile, not just a tab in your browser. Your profile should have its own consistent time zone, language settings, screen resolution, plugins, everything that makes it a believable identity, and one sticky IP. Sticky means the IP doesn't change for the duration of your session. You control the rotation, not the provider. If your proxy rotates mid-session because of some provider limitation or cheap setup, your account is flagged. Done. I see 4 mistakes constantly, and they'll destroy your accounts every time. Mistake 1. Cheap proxies. You buy proxies for $2 a month and wonder why accounts burn. These are recycled IPs, they're burned out. They're shared across hundreds of users. A platform does an ASN lookup and immediately sees this is a public proxy network. Flag. Next mistake. Mistake 2. Over-rotation. You set your proxy to rotate every 5 minutes, thinking more changes equals more safety. Actually the opposite. A real person stays on the same IP for their entire session. They don't rotate. Forced rotation in the middle of activity looks robotic. So stop rotating within a session. Mistake 3. Fingerprint reuse. You create one browser profile and connect it to 3 different IPs. Or worse, you create 3 profiles but they all have identical fingerprints, same resolution, same time zone, same language. Platforms correlate this. They see the same fingerprint from different IPs and they know something's up. Each account needs its own believable identity. Mistake 4. Time zone mismatch. Your proxy IP is in Singapore, but your profile time zone says Los Angeles, and you're posting at 9 a.m. LA time when it's 1 a.m. in Singapore. That's impossible. You're not there. Time zone needs to align with your IP location and your activity patterns. So what should you look for in a provider? First, carrier-grade IPs. This means real 4G and 5G networks, not data center proxies masquerading as mobile. You can verify this by checking the ASN. It should show a carrier name like Singtel or StarHub, not VPS Provider Inc. Second, session control. You should control how long your IP sticks, not the provider. If a provider forces rotation or limits session length, move on. You need sticky sessions that last as long as your activity does. Third, isolation. You want to know that your IP is not shared with other users, or at minimum that it rotates between your accounts only, not with random other people. Fourth, transparency about IP source. Where are these IPs actually coming from? Are they from real carrier networks or purchased from intermediaries? Real carrier networks are harder to get but way more reliable. And fifth, ASN reputation. Before you buy, check IP lookup tools. Look at how IPs from this provider are classified. Are they showing up as proxies on blacklists? Or do they look like genuine residential mobile traffic? That's the foundation. One account, one profile, one sticky IP, real carrier grade IPs. Session control in your hands. That's how you set up proxies the correct way. Do it right from the start and your accounts will survive. Cut corners and they'll burn.